Welcome to Leadership Wednesday. Today we have the second part of our series, How to Become a Better Speaker as a Leader. Last week I had some introduction about the subject, and the main topic was you have to use more emotions in order to connect with the people. Again, I'm drawing on some thoughts from Carmine Gallo's book, Talk Like That. Please find the link to Amazon below in the first comment. Today I want to speak about two more points. Number one, about the novelty. You have to present something new to the people you're talking to. It is like when you're walking in a classroom, you have two jobs. Number one is to teach, and the other one is to getting mass of people and making them followers of your subject, getting them excited. And you as a leader, when you go and do a speech somewhere, you have to find out before you do the speech and before you prepare what makes them tick. What is the thing which is their biggest problem which you can solve? And hopefully you can do this, because that gives you credibility to speak about a subject which is really interesting to the people. You have to create some curiosity. Curiosity can be created by stories. You have to use some personal experience and maybe connect it to the topic you're talking about, or you can talk about a story which is connected to the subject in a different way. I would be very careful to using too much technical information, depending on what you really try to sell. Because most of the people coming from a technology background, they have facts and too many facts in their slides. So too much information. The best is to using one big picture, a little bit of explanation, and as a rule of thumb, you have one slide per minute for your speaking time. It is recommended that you not going over 18 minutes, because the normal attention span of a person is not more than half an hour nowadays. So if you're aiming for 18 minutes, then you have 2 minutes spare if you're going a little bit longer in the slides, and then you have 10 minutes for question and answers in order to fill the 18 minutes, the half an hour in the best way. The last point is you have to use a lot of stories to reframe the thing what you want to tell what you want to talk about. For example, Bill Gates, he was giving a speech about malaria. Malaria is a very abstract subject, and so he brought a glass with him, a little container, and he said, I have some mosquitoes in this glass and I will open the glass now, because then malaria is not only a third world problem, but you will feel how this is. Of course, the mosquitoes did not have malaria, but he had immediate attention from the people. Another thing what you can do is you can reframe an existing situation. For example, everyone remembers for the incident on 9/11 what he did. I was sitting in the office and I remember a colleague of mine came in and he said there have been 2 planes flying into the World Trade Center in the US. And so I think everyone remembers what he did in this minute. And then you can use this as an example and a picture what people have in mind in order to go on with your subject. Using common events and reframing it for a different situation. You should also use one theme and 3 subheadings. Why 3 subheadings? For example, in history, there are many good examples. For example, the US Declaration of Independence has the 3 points: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The French have liberté, égalité, fraternité. The Germans have Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit. So 3 points summing up a great idea. And with these points, you can create a mental picture and people can remember 3 points quite easily. And then in the end, you have to share stories. You have to embed stories, personal stories, to make your point. For example, if you're talking about great customer service, you can talk a story. For example, there was a family staying in a very expensive resort. It was a Ritz-Carlton resort, and the little kid of the family, he forgot his beloved stuffed animal. They flew home, and then at home they realized, okay, the animal was gone. The name of the animal was Yoshi. So what the father did, he phoned the reception and said, hey, we forgot the favorite stuffed animal from my son. So the housekeeping went into the room, and that they found Yoshi. And then they came back to the phone, and they told them, okay, we found him, we will pack him in the package and send it to them. And then the father said, could you do me a favor, just take a picture which I can show to my son that Yoshi is fine. Okay, so what you could do is now take a snapshot with your mobile and send it. Everyone would be happy. But what these people did, they did a little bit more than was expected. So they put Yoshi in different areas of the hotel. They put Yoshi by the pool, Yoshi in the restaurant, Yoshi in the spa, and they took some pictures and sent a whole presentation to him. And you can imagine how happy the little boy was when he found out that his favorite animal is alive and doing well. So this little story makes the very complex subject of customer service, of doing the extra mile, much more visual than just talking about an abstract thing. I hope that this was helpful to you. Share novelty, keep to the points, share stories, and stay within the 18 minutes. Thank you very much. If you have questions, please leave them below. I will be back next week. Thank you.